And welcome everyone, I'm Errol Barnett. This is World Report. Despite several days of calm, the situation in southern Kyrgyzstan remains tense at this hour. Ethnic clashes have sent 400,000 people from their homes. Kyrgyzstan's interim president estimates 2,000 people were killed. Some of those who fled tell our Matthew Chance Kyrgyz soldiers took part in the violence.
Beside herself with grief, Zuhra Kuchkarova is a 48-year-old woman who lost her son. He was killed, she told me, not by an angry mob, but by the Kyrgyz army on a killing spree. He was shot in the street by soldiers sitting on top of a tank, surrounded by Kyrgyz men, she says. He was just 23 and had a pregnant wife. Now he'll never see his child. I ask her how she can be sure the men who killed her son were military. Who else has tanks but the state, she answers. We found plenty other eyewitnesses too, all of them adamant they saw Kyrgyz security forces, police and army, carrying out attacks. At first, the soldiers protected us, says Hikmat, but then they turned and started shooting peaceful Uzbek civilians. Ikram John says he personally witnessed Kyrgyz troops spraying bullets into a crowd in Osh. They killed at least one person then, he says. And now, adding to the testimonies, cell phone video footage being shared by the refugees is putting a damning picture on the allegations. It's one continuous shot that starts with a crowd of Kyrgyz men facing their ethnic Uzbek rivals. A few seconds in, there are gunshots and cheers. Hooray, they're coming, shouts someone in Kyrgyz. As an armoured personnel carrier drives into the area amid more gunfire. In the pandemonium, someone speaking Uzbek can be heard shouting, they're using live bullets, not blanks. The bloody aftermath is too gruesome to show. This may not be proof of military excesses, but it could be important evidence. And the top US diplomat for Central Asia told me Washington will be pushing for an investigation.
Indeed, I think that's going to be a very important element, which is both a very substantial investigation, but also that the perpetrators be held accountable.
It's what many in these camps want to hear.
What's important to remember is that these traumatized people are terrified of going back to their homes. And if they're ever to gladly return, they say they must be confident that the authorities in Kyrgyzstan will protect them, and that those who carried out the killings and the rapes and the pillaging, whoever they are, will be held to account.
Even if that means the fragile Kyrgyz government putting its own armed forces under scrutiny. Matthew Chance, CNN, on the Uzbek-Kyrgyzstan border.
Now, CNN made a number of calls to the Kyrgyz government representatives for reaction to this, and we did reach an aide to the interim president. We asked whether he'd heard these reports that Kyrgyz security forces were involved in shooting Uzbek people based on their ethnic background. He told us that he had, and that while he's not speaking on behalf of the government, he thinks the reports are mainly what he called rumors and provocations. He expressed confidence his government has the political will to conduct a full investigation and that there would be an official government response. So we'll bring that to you as soon as we get it. You can always get the latest on the developments in Kyrgyzstan, including more of the comments of the acting president, by logging on to cnn.com/international. Right now we're following